Hey, welcome back to Coin Vantage. Today we're talking about exchange-traded funds or ETFs, which is like a new way of handling money. We're looking at Bitcoin and wondering if it's getting its own ETF. Plus, we're curious about the new digital money to get one, maybe spot Ether or Solana. We'll check that out. Remember, digital money can be a bit tricky, so we're here to help you understand. Stick around as we share insights from big names like Coinbase's CEO Larry Fin and Cathie Wood. At Coin Vantage, we keep it simple in the world of crypto. So let's dive in. Let's discuss financial markets in simpler terms. We see ETFs as a significant change, like a technological revolution. The next step is turning all monetary assets into tokens, and that's the direction the industry is moving towards. Right now, our focus is on Bitcoin. Now turning to NIB, which digital money currency do you think will be the next to have an exchange-traded fund? In simpler terms, it's about to happen. We suggest that spot Ether or an ETF focusing on spot Ether might be next. What's your opinion on this? After all, could Solana be the contender? Also, how do you see these events unfolding? In your view, which currencies have the best chance of getting approval? Similar to how the gold ETF attracted many new investors in 2004, cryptocurrencies are poised to do the same with exchange-traded funds. Could Bitcoin experience a similar trend? Additionally, which other cryptocurrency is set to be released soon? Approaching it in this manner is more organized and secure. The impact of the price of Bitcoin due to the Bitcoin ETFs will be substantial. In our case, we anticipate a range of $600,000. Our optimistic scenario is strengthened by the recent SEC approval, with the light now turning green. In our video, we'll discuss how to forecast prices projecting around $100,000, perhaps even $150,000 in the next 12 months. Looking 5 years ahead, it's going to be so what's the next big thing in cryptocurrency? Solana, Cardano, and Chainlink are potential contenders in our opinion. To achieve financial independence, there's essentially one hurdle to overcome. The underlying asset is highly speculative and volatile. Investors need to be mindful of this. Use cases include sanctions, money laundering, and criminal activities like ransomware. But we are also having advocates like Coinbase's CEO on our side, which is a significant development for Coinbase and the entire cryptocurrency sector. Why? Because 52 million Americans have engaged with cryptocurrency in the past decade, and their desire for government and SEC recognition of this asset class has finally been acknowledged. Consequently, we believe crypto's primary adversary will soon be overcome. That one, right? Do you see it as a charming novelty, or do you anticipate it becoming a crucial part of our monetary system? Having one of the world's most influential figures supporting us certainly makes a difference. To us, having an Ethereum ETF makes sense. Which cryptocurrency will be next to secure an exchange-traded fund? Listening to Larry Fin might provide some insights after the launch of the Bitcoin ETF. What are his thoughts on the matter? What is his perspective? How significant is this for BlackRock? In addition, Larry Fin notes a significant shift from downplaying things to acknowledging their importance. Over the first 3 years of consideration, he remarks that his perspective likely changed, transitioning from a naysayer to an optimist approximately 2 years ago. Expressing firm belief over the past 2 years, he asserts that digital assets offer an alternative means of accumulating wealth. In his view, these assets will not function as a currency, but rather represent a distinct type of asset, possibly heralding an era of digital money minting. Addressing concerns about global risks, Larry Fin suggests that heightened worry for personal safety tends to drive up the value of digital assets. Drawing parallels with the historical significance of gold as a safeguard for wealth, he observes that Bitcoin is nearing its credit limit, unlike gold, which can be manufactured. When considering scenarios such as Cathie Wood's prediction of a $600,000 Bitcoin valuation, he finds it challenging to dismiss. He positions the starting point around $600,000 and believes that recent SEC permissions enhance the likelihood of a bullish income, anticipating a windfall of $1.5 million by 2030, with the potential of an even higher figure in an extremely optimistic scenario. Regarding his domain, the objective is to provide a secure means of wealth storage, viewing ETFs as the initial step in technological revolution within financial markets. He sees the subsequent stage as a tokenization of all monetary assets. Larry Fin asserts that this direction, involving the consideration of Bitcoin, represents a technological innovations propelling humanity forward. The technology for tokenization, he notes, is readily available when transactions involve tokenized securities and identifies recorded on a general ledger. Larry Fin emphasizes that corruption becomes obsolete. He acknowledges Jamie Dimon's disagreement on this point, expressing a desire for BlackRock to acquire Ethereum ETF. Larry Fin avoids specific mention of other cryptocurrencies, advising caution in considering ETFs for various cryptocurrencies. Larry Fin notes potential for concerns due to the speculative and volatile nature of the underlying assets, including applications and criminal activities. Regarding external figures, he expresses joy in witnessing Gary Gensler's challenges. Larry Fin finds the confrontation with logic and facts assuming and suggesting observation of CNBC host interaction with Gary Gensler. He proposes the use of continuum and a head-to-head comparison involving Rat Poison, Beanie Baby, Jamie Dimon, and Charlie Munger. Acknowledging the Coinbase CEO endorsement of Bitcoin, he sees it as a positive development for the industry. Larry Fin perceives that legitimizing power demonstrated by a major regulatory milestone, equating the value of digital assets with that of gold. Reflecting on the blockchain, he cites Tom Lee's observation of flawless transactions. Larry Fin projects potential increases to over 100,000, perhaps 150,000 in the next 12 months, with limited supplies in the next 5 years and a possible spike in demand. He suggests 500,000 valuation in 5 years may be plausible. Even in the US, Canada, and Taiwan, the three countries that use a system comparable to the Howey test, analysts note that 3/4 of the market is not composed of ICOs or securities. This is true in many jurisdictions as well. Around 3/4 of the market is not a security, it's merely a commodity, cryptocurrency for cash. Consequently, arguments on ICOs and the definition of a security versus an unrelated concept are pertinent and significant. Legally and regulatorily, it doesn't matter how much for 3/4 of the market. Regarding the industry's future, analysts pose the question to them, is it just cute little bean, or is it something with real value that will enter the economy many years from now? Analysts inquire about the perceived value and long-term impact of the industry. They acknowledge the ongoing innovation in the industry, highlighting blockchain technology as a mere accounting system fraught with disputes, fraud, and misuses. According to security laws, many of these tokens, if not most, are actually securities. The discretion in discussing specific altcoins for tokenization beyond Ethereum and others for exchange-traded funds is acknowledged, recognizing it as an adversary to be avoided. The SEC and Gary Gensler now have an ally who isn't afraid of a good battle. A heated legal dispute between Coinbase and Brian Armstrong is highlighted, with Coinbase being listed as a security by the SEC. Brian Armstrong's passion and detailed statements on the matter are noted, and analysts understand his stance. Recommendations for potential ETF options, including Ethereum, Polkadot, Chainlink, XRP, and Solana, are made, emphasizing clarity and regulations for these assets. Analysts discuss the possibility for a spot Ether exchange-traded fund and its potential impact. The timeline for such an event is uncertain, but they believe it could be ideally open the door forward for other cryptocurrency assets to have their own ETFs. Speculations about the future introduction of crypto index funds, such as the Coinbase 500, are presented. Analysts foresee a new and critically important subnet of the financial markets emerging, paving the way for various new items in the future. We've been talking about how exchange-traded funds are like a big change in the world of money stuff. We've been keeping an eye on Bitcoin, and it looks like an ETF for it might happen soon. Now we're wondering which digital money could be the next to get an ETF. We're thinking maybe spot Ether. What do you think about that? And could Solana be the next one after that? We are also looking back at how similar things happened in gold in 2004, and we believe it could boost interest in cryptocurrencies. But we're reminding everyone to be careful because these digital assets can be unpredictable. We're encouraged by big names like Coinbase's CEO and insights from people like Larry Fin and Cathie Wood, which suggest that cryptocurrencies might become more widely accepted. As we explore the world of digital money, our goal at Coin Vantage is to help you understand what's going on. Thanks for watching to the end of this video, and we'll see you on the next one.